Formula 1-E turns to Brazil for round 3, with many looking forward to seeing what the new upgrades that Red Bull, McLaren and Ferrari had produced. Red Bull was saying that Audi had brought an engine upgrade, hopefully solving some of the issues that their cars had with engine problems, especially with Verstappen having the problems with Bahrain. They're hoping that they can get close to the front. BMW brought an upgrade for McLaren too, hoping that they could reduce their difficulties and also start to score regular points, with Sainz getting his first point of the season. Mercedes also came up with a change, but this was a change in livery after switching their livery from silver and black to black and silver, inverting what the previous livery was. Many fans had mixed views on this. Some saying that it was right to see it change for a different era in the motorsport. Ferrari had also brought upgrades with it, and hopefully those upgrades will be enough to bring them to the front of the grid. Ferrari said that their engine has a strong pace, although added that Neo had not received the engine upgrade. Neo said they would be suing Ferrari for this unless they provided them with the Pacific engine upgrade for the next race in Mexico City, excuse me. Williams also brought out a new livery compared to the white livery that they previously had. They now had a different shades of blue livery. Many were saying that this was spending more money on their livery than they actually had on the performance of their car all season. They managed to spend more money on their performance than they might actually be able to get somewhere. Nevertheless, the livery was received well. And moving to qualifying, it was a Red Bull 1-2, with Gasly once again taking pole ahead of Verstappen by a tenth. Leclerc and Pips Vettel as well to P3, those two third and fourth, with Chichita back with Kubica in P5. Sainz brilliant P6 ahead of Hamilton P7. Ricciardo, Van Dorn, Hulkenberg round out the top 10. Renault poised on their usual race performance. Outside the top 10, Ericsson with a free tyre choice. Then come the two Neos, followed by the two Porsche Dragons, and then John-Eric Verne, his teammates up in the top 10. He's languishing in 16th. He is seriously a man under pressure, with rumours he could be replaced in the coming races, with the two minnows of Jaguar and Williams ringing up the rear. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another video of the F1-E mod 2019 edition. Today we are here at Brazil for the Brazilian Grand Prix, a circuit that I've run okay at in the past. Those of you who've been subscribed to the channel longer might remember my Final Fantasy days where Van Dorn lapped everybody up until me and I had a penalty and I had a train and a half. But anyway, nevertheless, here to Brazil, Interlagos. It's a sunny day, unlike it was in the previous race in Spain. If you missed that, hopefully, if I remember rightly, there should be some point in this video to direct you to the past episodes of Spain and Bahrain.
You've done well to put it on pole, but we've still got work to do. Trying to cover the inside line off the start.
Yes, that would be very important to do, especially the fact we're on the outside here in Brazil. But yes, quick apologies for the delay of this video. I've been on the taxi service a lot this week, so been less chance of actually editing this video. So apologies for the delay. Hopefully, though, we can crack on with Final Fantasy later on this week, and hopefully, fingers crossed, everything else goes plan. As we get ready for 5 red lights, and out away we go. An absolutely shocking start on the grid. Our teammate is going to go on the left. Leclerc is going to go on the right. It's going to be 3 wide at turn 1. We're going to bang with Leclerc. We're going to go down the middle. We're going to get a warning for contact with Leclerc, and I think Leclerc's going to lose out to Vettel as well. And Verstappen is also going to have a go at us down into turn 3, I think it is. but we keep ahead of our teammates. It's not post up at the start with 3 wide though. I've never actually had 3 wide at the start of the race. I've had it lots of time in the middle of the race, but Leclerc there, he bangs with his teammate, and then Vettel gets the drag on him, and Leclerc moves down to P4 with not doing there. Moving to lap 2, our train continues. You can see there it's forming with our teammate, followed by Vettel down there, and then already dropping back is now the McLaren of Carlos Sainz, who's head of the Mercedes, or the Hamilton is going round. They touch. There's a little bit of contact there. The 2 Renaults are behind, and then Ericsson is holding up the teams at the top 10. We move on to lap 3 now. Verstappen is going to round up with that. He had been dormant so far in this series, but now he's starting to get a real taste with those Audi upgrades. But he doesn't do that, and he's actually lost out a bit there, as the 2 Renaults are going to side by side now. They've been doing a lot of side by side action throughout the series. Not doing so well yet. They're behind Sainz. Sainz has lost out to Hamilton, incidentally, with Ericsson bringing that gap up to that group led by Hamilton now. Subsequently, the rest of the field actually, as we lead through. Vettel has also got past Verstappen in that instance, although it doesn't really last for long. Moving to lap 5 now. You can see the Audi have made improvements here, because Verstappen with DRS is going to overtake Vettel without DRS and move up into P2. And then moments later, after the center S's, Leclerc is going to do exactly the same through the second DRS test. Go down the inside of his teammate and up into P3. So Vettel has lost 2 places in a couple of and moving to lap 7, Vettel has lost out to Kubica here in the Chichita car, although Kubica locks up and allows Vettel back past. So not good times for Vettel now. But moving back to our PV in the middle of lap 7, you can see Vettel and Kubica start to drop back a bit, as our mini group now at the front, forming of Verstappen. But you can see that Ericsson has got past Ricardo, I think it is, on the mini one of the Renaults. As we're coming in at the end of the lap for our one and only pit stop as it is in this series. Verstappen, as we expect, is going to continue on and have the race lead, as he does. Leclerc is going to go on. Vettel is the one that comes in. Hamilton was closing on Vettel as well. Interested to see what he can do in the second half of the race as we're coming in. Hopefully we can get an undercut. We don't come out in too much traffic. Ooh! Unsafe release there with Sainz. Potentially. It's a bit too close to comfort, that was. So here on board with Sainz, watching the rear wing. Yeah, that's a bit too close to my comfort there as we come out of the pits.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
Now PK is up in 12th. They're doing a very good job to be up in 12th actually. Scrape the barrier there. Fortunately and Massa is going to go past. We're going to go down to 15th. Vettel is further behind. We need to now get past Massa. I know that Williams in that new livery, that new blue livery, which is better than the different shades of blue. Verstappen is in the pits.
Max is in the pits. Max in the pits.
Livery. So we're going to now finally go down the inside, only after a lap's contact with Massa. But we do manage to make it up into P14. But he has held us up a little bit here. He's going to DRS on us, isn't he? The Audi engine isn't that fast, and oh my goodness, Russell's now going to get in the action in his Jaguar. Although that Jaguar has poor downforce, and he's going to fade away in the corners. We're ahead of Hamilton. Let's see what come out now. I think we've lost out to Leclerc and to our teammate. Verstappen must be up the road from. Yes, you can see there on the mini-map. He's ahead of one of the Neo cars. As we move up to Kevin Magnussen now in the Porsche Dragon car. Not doing too well, I'm afraid. Porsche Dragon this series, no points. They seem to be the third slowest team on the grid, but they hope upgrade soon. But Anyway, same overtake on Massa, but with less contact now. Max and far comes, and as does Giovinazzi, as does Van Dorn, and I think Ricciardo does as well. Hulkenberg is battling with Hamilton here. I think that sends Sainz then thinking Kubica's now going to come out ahead of us. Now, Kubica hasn't got much of a lead on us, unlike Leclerc and Verstappen has, so that is the gap you can see on the minimap there. Virtual safety car deployed. So this is Antonio Giovinazzi in the Neo car. So Neo retirement for Neo again, and it's another engine failure. I mean, they've got the same engine as Ferrari. Troubling times for the Scuderia. If that's 3 engines in 3 races have blown up. Fortunately for the Scuderia, it has been. I mean, that car's still there. So I don't understand why virtual safety cars ended. It is off-swing, but double yellow should be able to cover it. Now we need to get past Kubica. As we've established so far, in Spain and Bahrain, the Cheetah car has so poor downforce. DS have announced. I'm not sure what DS are thinking of. They produced the goods with the engine, but they really haven't got a very good powertrain. And coming out to the final corner, yes, you guessed it, it was a move through the final corner. My favourite spot, new favourite spot I should say, in Brazil. And are we going to struggle up the hill? That's the thing. We're going to push Kubica to the right, he bangs tyres with us. But we are going to dive bomb him from Argentina and back, and go back down the inside. And now this is a point of trying to keep it down for a new DRS straight of turn 3. And again, we go down the inside. And this time, yes, thanks, Jeff. This time we managed to make it still a little bit aggressively, although Kubica needs to leave us a little bit of space. And now Kubica is going to lose more space now to the Mercedes of Hamilton, who goes down the outside and gets a move done. And there is Vettel. And Leclerc now is starting to get the move on Verstappen. So Leclerc is closing on Verstappen now. He's got DRS on Verstappen. He's closing in on an alarming rate. He's going to go down the inside, and he's going to take the lead of the Brazilian Grand Prix. So Ferrari are the leading now through Leclerc. So despite my efforts and Verstappen's efforts, Red Bull are not going to win a race after all. And it's going to be Charles Leclerc to come across the line for his first win for Ferrari. Checker flag we out and P3.
Brilliant.
You haven't got held up, man.
Fantastic podium. Super driving, really strong pace. Very, very happy.
No. Disappointed with that. We had some pace, although a little bit off our teammate. Leclerc gets his first win from 3rd place. He also gets a point for fastest lap. We get 2 points for having pole again. So at least that's keeping us in the championship hunt by having pole every race, but not actually winning. I've never won from pole on this channel. I should point out in the 4 poles I think I've had on this channel. Hamilton does well to finish 4th with Vettel, Kubica, Sainz, Hulkenberg, Ericsson with his first points, and Ricciardo ran in the top 10. Verne outside the top 10 finished Stoffel Van Dorn. He's also a man under pressure, as is the man finishing 12th, John Enter Verne, although PK was in 13th, so that could explain the big gap between Van Dorn and Verne, is the fact that PK in that slower car, with Magnussen 14th, Perez 15th, Massa, good job, 16th, Gunther disappointed with 17th, Verne on 18th, and Russell last, with Giovinazzi not finishing. So moving on to the drivers, Lewis Hamilton has his lead cut. His lead is now 14 points to myself, as Pierre Gasly in 2nd. Leclerc jumps to 3rd now, so another win for him would be good next time, with Hulkenberg, Kubica, Ricciardo and close 4th, 5th, 6th. Verstappen is starting to make some ground up in 7th. Van Dorn falls to 8th. Vettel and Sainz now round out the top 10. And in the constructors, Mercedes have their lead massively cut with Van Dorn not scoring. We move into second place thanks to our second and third place with cut points 10 points. Renault are third. Ferrari jumped to fourth with Techeetah fifth. McLaren, the rest of the bottom half actually are unchanged from the previous race in Spain, with Neo and McLaren are the only point scorers out of that bottom half. So yes, that is going to round off today's video. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new to see more episodes of the I can't get the words out, apologies. F1-E mod 2019, which will be back again this time next week, around this time next week. Final Fantasy hopefully to follow soon as well, along with hopefully some Dirt Rally 2 gameplay as well. There won't be a lot on that because of time constraints, and then of course the Grand Tour as well. So a lot to do. I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you soon. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.